Welcome to our AMP virtual convening for June 2024. We had one of these in February. We saw a lot of energy and success, and we're really excited to be doing this again to really celebrate our newest release, Mira, that came out earlier this month, and to do a bit of roadmap deep dive with you all, as well as to share some success stories. Let me go to the next slide. I'll just run through what our planned agenda is. We're going to spend about 10 minutes just chatting. Welcome. I'll share a couple of exciting updates from the AMP Impact and Vera side with you. Then we'll actually hand it right over to Catholic Relief Services, who we're really excited to have here to share the success that they've seen using AMP Impact over the last 4 years to track their indicator results as a global organization. They've done some really amazing things in Power BI, visualizing their data, operationalizing their process, and using data to make really key decisions as an organization and continue to improve. So very excited for that. After that, we will have Prateek from our product team walk us through some highlights from our latest release. And then he'll actually show us what's on tap for the AMP roadmap. Then we will break out into small breakout groups, similar to what we did in the February convening, where we will talk through, we'll show some napkin sketches, what we have so far for 3 key features that are on the roadmap. We'll get your input, get your ideas, hear your feedback on what we have so far, and then we'll wrap up. And I just wanted to highlight something that's launching soon. So in the last, in February, we talked about the AMP peer learning groups. We had piloted this last year. We saw a lot of excitement around connecting organizations around topics so that they could talk through learnings, can create sort of recommendations together. And we saw that, we want to expand this. We saw a lot of interest when we asked all of you whether you'd be interested in doing this. And we thought, let's take this off of email and off of other discussion tools and put it on VeraConnect, which is our Experience Cloud portal that we use for product support as well as managed services. And now we're going to launch these discussion groups in chatter groups. So those of you who are familiar with Experience Cloud will recognize this interface here, but we're gonna launch our AMP peer learning group in VeraConnect. So we'll follow up as part of the follow-up. Your customer success managers, Chris or Carmen, will follow up with just confirming interest if you've indicated it before. If you have a user in VeraConnect already, we'll get you set up in this group. And if you don't have a user already, we'll get you set up in VeraConnect so you can participate and sort of share insights with and chat with other organizations using AMP Impact. So we're very excited about that. The one other just kind of recently launched offering that we have is additional product support options. And so standard support is what has come with the AMP service or software license agreement, where you have access to product support for bugs, questions about product functionality, etc. We have recently launched 2 additional product support offerings. One is Premier support and one is Premier Plus support. I will just do I'll just put up this very quick comparison, and we'll talk through this a little bit, but we'll also, follow up with more information after this in case any of you are interested in pursuing these or asking more questions. Standard support, just to sort of reiterate what you already have as part of your SLA. For product functionality support and troubleshooting unexpected behavior, we've got 2 business days first response time, and you are getting support via email or via VeraConnect if you're using that. You have access to all of our documentation and our AMP knowledge base, including installation guides, user guides, feature guidance, and then access to new releases, community events, peer learning groups, and other types of webinars and events. What you get with Premier support is 1 day turnaround time or first response time for product questions, and that's call or email support. And then you also get up to 10 hours of Vera support if you're conducting a Vera upgrade or an AMP Impact upgrade. So that means that at any point in your upgrade, if it's testing, if it's installation, if it's figuring out what features you want to use, you have access to 10 hours of a member of our service delivery team to support you in getting your upgrade going, testing, getting it rolled out. With Premier Plus support, you have access to Vera-led upgrades, which means Vera is going to do the end-to-end upgrade for you. This could be once a year, it could be 3 times a year. It's really whatever makes the most sense for your organization and which upgrades you want to take advantage of. Vera will do the sort of assessment, the installation, the steps, the testing, etc.
Thanks, Caroline. Uh, Hi, everyone. I am Prateek from Vera Products, and I'm very happy to share with you first the Mira release highlights and then to give you a sneak peek of what's coming up next for AMP Impact. Let's talk about Mira. For Mira, we have much awaited numerator denominator project indicator types. So this gives you the ability to not only set targets and add results at a percentage level, but also collect the relevant context, the relevant numerical context for those results. And we'll see how that works in a few seconds. Apart from that, we have extended the ability to lock and unlock all of the LWC components, all of the components that we have in AMP Impact. So this will really enable you to set up your submission processes, your approval processes to ensure that no unintended changes are being made on those components. Uh, to quickly set up this locking and unlocking functionality, we have also packaged a submit and lock wizard template. This is a template, so this is for you to customize and make it work how your organization works, and we'll see how that looks like. And apart from that, we also have improved data load capacity on both set targets and add results, so you can use much more indicators while setting your targets and adding your results. If you want to refer to the Mira release in details, you can refer to the release notes. They must be shared with you. If not, probably someone can share those in the chat and you can refer to those. So let's take a quick peek, quick preview of how numerator and denominator indicator works. As you can see on your screen, while creating an indicator, now you can when you enter your indicator definition, you have an option to also enter numerator and denominator definition. So you can really set like what numerator data you want to collect and what denominator data you want to collect. And after that, you can go to, as you can see right now, this numerator denominator is being collected, and then you are setting numerator definition, denominator definition, and other details as needed. After that, you can go to your targets and set targets as usual. And while entering your results, you now have an option to enter numerator, denominator, and the resultant percentage is calculated for you. So now that you have a total result, but also the context around it. We are really excited about this feature. This has been much requested. And if your organization is making use of it, and if you want to share your experience, please let us know. Uh, After that, we have, as we said, the locking and unlocking functionality has been extended to all LWC components. On your screen, you can see how that works on implementation plans and activities. Using a field on your implementation plans, you can lock it, and that would mean that your component is now logged and users can't add or edit activities. So you can see the same thing on indicators. So you can lock the indicator component on your project, and what that will do is users won't be able to add or edit existing indicators. So if you want to prevent any changes to the indicators that have been added by users, you can use this functionality. Now, just to make use of this, we have packaged out of the box flow. This is a template. So as you can see here, this logs all of the components which are on your project. But if you want to change it, if you want to edit it, if there are some components that you don't use, you can definitely do that and tailor it to work the way that's supposed to work in your organization. That was Myra. Again, if you want to look at this in details, please refer to the release notes. Let's talk about what's coming up next for AMP Impact. And before going into next releases, just a forward looking statement that anything that we share on the roadmap, that's subjective, it's tentative, and it's actually subjected to technical and functional feasibilities. So everything that we share here, some things might be removed or maybe changed in scope depending on the feasibilities. So having said that, for Nashira, the we introduced numerator denominator indicators in Mira, and we are extending the support for downloading and uploading your targets and results in Nashira. So you'd be able to upload and download your targets for numerator denominator indicators. In addition, we are extending the functionality to dynamically display contextually relevant fields while editing or creating your objectives and activities. This this enhancement is already present while you create your indicators, and it's been extended to objectives and activities as well. For example, if you are creating an objective and you only want your users to relate indicators to objectives which are of type, let's say, output, you can now, there's a easy way to do this, and we really hope that it will improve the user experience of your organization's users working on this. Apart from that, we are introducing the lookup filter support for all of our components. So if you want to display relevant values in your lookups on the components, we are introducing the facility to do that. We want to make AMP Impact much more customizable for you. So we are introducing the ability to refresh your components via custom flows. If you have created custom flows in your organize or in your orgs, and if that is tailoring some data, you can actually refresh your components from those flows itself. So when your users go to the components, they get the latest data which has been updated by the flows that you have created. And lastly, we are extending the locking functionality so that you will be able to lock components for specific users or profiles. If you want to lock these components and not having those logged for some other users, you can do that now in Nashira. Nashira is slated for September 24, but as I said before, timelines are subjected to change based on some development feasibilities that might come. After Nashira, we have O release, which is planned for next of the last of this year. And you can see a bunch of enhancements on indicators, targets, and results. In O release, users would be able to create aggregated and calculated indicators at the catalog level. So if there's a need in your organization to create aggregated or calculated indicators at the catalog level and have those used across projects, you'd be able to do that after O release. In addition to that, users would be able to quickly create project indicators while managing their framework itself. So a lot of organizations relate uh, indicators to their objectives, and now you can create indicators while creating your framework itself. We really hope it will streamline your experience of creating your framework because some organizations work that way. And in addition, AMP Impact will indicate if your target or result has a comment. Uh, Users have the ability to comment on targets on results in AMP Impact right now, and we would also be indicating if that target or result has a comment, so that users can easily identify which are the targets and results that they should look for. Continuing to extend the locking abilities for components, we would be introducing the ability to lock specific records on components. So if you just want to, let's say you logged your framework, but you want to unlock a few objectives because they might be waiting approval or they might need some change, we will be introducing the ability to do that in O release. After O release, early next year, we have a really big release. As you can see, a lot of features there which have been requested for quite some time, and these are few big features. We will also be diving deep into these features after this in our breakout rooms. But the first one is a financials data table for your financial management. Right now, financials management in AMP Impact is primarily driven by download and upload capabilities. In addition to that, we will be providing LWC components similar to other tables that we have. to manage your financials in AMP Impact itself. In addition, we are providing the ability to disaggregate your data with much more dimensions that we have in AMP Impact right now. In AMP Impact, you can disaggregate your data by geographies, by reporting periods, by a custom disaggregation group, and by sex. We will be introducing the ability to disaggregate that data by other dimensions, other custom dimensions as your organization needs. And last big feature in P-Release is a download, upload of framework objectives and project indicators. So we will, the users would be able to download and upload framework objectives when working on the framework. So yeah, really excited for all these releases. If you if your organization is looking to use these features and if you have any inputs for us, please reach out. We are very happy to talk about this. Your inputs are actually quite very valuable for us, and we try to understand your requirements and make this feature work for your organizations. Cool. Let's take a look at what's coming up in Nashra. These are napkin sketches. So what I share here, the final product might not look like this because we are still doing the design for this. And yeah, if you have any feedback, you can also share with that. But this is how you would be able to download and upload your numerator and denominator values. So this is pretty similar to how you download, upload results and targets in AMP Impact right now. For other data types as well, the only difference that you'll notice is that we have two additional columns, one for numerator value and one for denominator value. As users add those results here, the resultant value will be automatically calculated, and then you can upload this data to AMP Impact. In addition, in P-Release, as we discussed, we are introducing the ability to disaggregate your data by multiple dimensions. So as you can see here, while entering this targets or results, the data is disaggregated by age group, by disability, and by different types of therapies, which is three custom dimensions as opposed to just one custom dimension as we have in AMP Impact right now. So really hoping this is a really powerful uh, ability for you to really disaggregate your data along all these dimensions and really make sense of uh, and understand your impact at a granular level. And in addition, we have a data table for your financials management. So as you can see, you can select your budget, you can plan for your budget in this table, and you can do a bunch of other things as well. Right. So this is our long-term strategic roadmap for 2025 and beyond. I won't go through everything on this because this is quite a big roadmap. I'll leave it here for a couple of seconds for a minute. If anything here looks interesting to you and you are looking to use that, or if you have any inputs to provide, please reach out to your success managers and we'd be happy to talk about it.